This holiday season, the Media Sea decided to do something a little different. A cooking competition without a recipe with your fellow Commotians, hosted by yours truly. Let's first start by meeting the participants.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm Tamara.
I'm Marjorie. I'm Marjorie. And we are
Tarjorie! And we're a strong team, you know, I think we have good teamwork.
We're expecting to cook.
We're expecting to cook or bake.
She bought spices.
I mean, I had to do something.
Yeah.
And because obviously I don't have the skill set to cook, but that's why we have Marjorie.
Yeah,
She's the skill and I'm the hands. And that's what we're doing here today.
Okay. My name is Bo.
And my name is Merle.
And we are in
Team Tony.
What we expect today is to win
because we celebrate Sinterklaas, and with Sinterklaas you have all nice cookies and pepernoten, and so we have practiced a lot, so that's really nice.
Yeah, we practice a lot for this competition.
Yeah, so we're gonna win.
We are ready.
So the expectation is that we're going to bake something because we saw baking paper.
Yeah, and probably something Christmassy because it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you might have guessed, your job today is to cook something. Based on these ingredients there, my suggestion would be to bake something, but that is entirely up to you. You will have 25 minutes to prepare something. After those 25 minutes are up, it has to go into the oven. One more thing before we get started, the way that this is being judged is we have 3 judges today. We have the Media Sea's very own Chella and Juan. And then we also have Anna Victoria from the board. They'll be judging it based on 2 scales ranging from 1 to 10. The first scale will be taste of what you make, and the second scale will be festivity. I would highly advise you to make something Christmassy, and on we go, I would say. One more thing I want to say before I start the timer. These ingredients are all vegan, in line with Commotie's policy.
Nice. Yay, vegan.
So with that out of the way, you now have 25 minutes to prepare what you're making, starting now.
Okay.
Can we get some first thoughts?
Yes, we were first putting.
We're improvising, but I think we will. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I think this is good.
Finger.
I guess. I don't know.
We have a plan. Where we don't want to reveal it yet because it might ruin the surprise, but we have a plan to do something like on a sweet side. And, and I think we'll actually finish before time if we're lucky.
Because we're quite...
No foreshadowing on that for sure. We'll survive. And yeah, that's our plan so far. We'll update you as time goes on what's happening.
Okay teams, approximately 5 minutes have elapsed. I'd like to get your thoughts on how things are going.
Perfect.
So smooth and decent. Look at this.
We've don't show them, it's a secret. We're okay. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Tamara.
What?
And Team Tony?
It smells good. Lovely, lovely. And the structure is amazing. It's amazing, yes. Very well. I think we're gonna win.
So how are you feeling about proceedings?
Well, for what I can see right now, it seems like it's interesting. I see some pine nuts in there and some sumac. I'm not sure if they will be used or not, but if so, I am very curious to see how it turns out. Yeah.
Perfect. Team Tony, how's it going?
Well,
I think it's going okay.
It's too like fluffy. We need to, I'm not sure what the English word is, but it's too fluffy. So we're trying to figure out what we need to add to make it less
We
fluffy.
cannot add sugar because you put all sugar.
Are
in
you
it.
sure?
Yeah, but it's nice
Okay,
and sweet,
more
so
flour,
they're
maybe.
probably gonna like that.
And on to Team Tarjorie. Any thoughts? How's it going?
Tiny.
Wait, this is a key moment.
This is a key moment. That's it. Good. It's going well. I think we have a solid plan for festive in taste and festive in looks. So that's kind of the way we're going right now. So far.
Carry on.
Here, you're allowed to use maybe.
Team Tarjorie seems to be slowly but surely taking the lead.
Yeah, I think
really?
I think looks are very important. You know, even if it doesn't taste festive, at least it looks festive, and we'll get the points for it. So that's important for us. But it's fine.
To taste festive.
There we go.
Look at that.
Team Tony, you better pick up the pace. It looks like you're starting to fall behind.
We don't think so. Like, we need to keep calm. That's our trick.
Yeah. And we have 15 minutes left or so.
So, it's gonna be fine.
We'll be fine.
You have 3 minutes left.
No!
What?
We had 25
helemaal
minutes.
niet.
No.
You have a little bit.
Oh, you scared the life out of me. We don't believe in cutters. We just think it's not, you know, so original.
Yeah.
And we believe in hand design. You know, she's a future fashion communication manager. I'm a future artist. This is kind of like what we do, and we're going through it. We will decorate on top of that, and I think this plan of originality is gonna get us to the top.
Of course.
As you can see, it's like a smoothness technique. We're doing 2 different types of textures. It's like artistic, and I think that adds to the festivity. Because you know, on one hand there's fake trees and that are like flat, and on the other hand there's like more textured trees that are real. So it works. I'm also Jewish, so I don't know that much about Christmas. It's fine. But if I ace, then it's fine. I had an idea. Oh?
You guys are not really sabotaging each other very much.
No, this is
a serious contest.
I mean, think about master.
Just to protect this.
Do they just master? So, how is it hearing about a failure? You guys have to trash talk me back. I feel too mean to do this. It's fine.
Okay, teams, you have about 5 minutes left.
Oh my god.
I'll remind you that as soon as the time is up, you can no longer touch your trays.
Yes.
What you have on there is what's going in the oven.
Woo! Yes, sir.
How long it goes in for?
Well, you'll have to arrange that between yourselves because you're both in the oven at the same time.
And we cook for 10 to 15 minutes.
What?
Sorry? But we can.
The answer is yes. Okay, yes. Thank you, girls, for cooperating.
Alright, teams, you have 30 seconds left.
No! No!
Get a shot.
What a weird thing we've signed up for.
Are you going
And what
down?
do you do with your Thursday nights?
Are you going down?
10 seconds.
No, you're lying. You did it up. Henry, I don't believe you.
5 seconds.
No!
Just eat the rest. You can't.
That is time. Stop touching it. No longer allowed.
That's so
None
neat.
of this counts.
What did you do? She threw sugar on there. She threw sugar.
No.
I'm joking. Yeah, would never.
Alright, I believe you teams have agreed amongst yourselves how long this is going to go into the oven for. Afterwards, you will have 2 minutes time to decorate your cookies before they will be eaten.
Question. Once it's cooled down?
Once it's cooled down, yes. You'll have a few minutes for it to cool down.
Agreed.
Sneaky.
Welcome back. Marilyn is out of breath because she worked so hard. I worked hard too, but I can handle that better, I guess. But the thing is, we have a surprise, and that is that we put apricot chutney in the Christmas ornaments. The opponent can't hear it, so I'm talking really quiet. But that's why we will win, right?
Yes, of course. It's like a special surprise.
All right.
Okay.
So
We were sabotaged, but we're still gonna win.
you know why? Because we stole their Christmas colors. But honestly, they sabotaged us. They put salt.
In
They
our
put
dough.
salt. But just eat the rest. How is it gonna taste?
So we have some. And in any case, ours is still better.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. And if anyone has a problem with that, I can't swear on this show.
Okay, so we tasted their dough.
And it's
It's really bad.
There's
It's like
too much cornstarch.
Yeah, so it
It's
like
a bit stretchy.
and it's
sticks on your tongue weirdly, like it dries your whole mouth.
So therefore,
it's not nice.
Yeah, I'm having different expectations of what will come out of the oven. Hopefully in 15 minutes. We're thinking it might not taste.
That's all we have.
As good as we expect.
Alright teams, well done so far. It seems that your cookies came out of the oven alright. I will now give you 4 minutes time to decorate them. Once those 4 minutes are up, our jury will take over and judge you based on the 2 criteria that we gave you earlier. You have 4 minutes starting now.
I wouldn't, it's gonna taste like this. Okay.
You have 30 seconds left. 10 seconds.
This one.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Hands off.
That is time.
That's a smiley face.
Congratulations contestants on finishing your cookies. The judges will momentarily see how they taste. But before they do, I would like to ask you one last time, how do you think you did?
Amazing, right?
I'm very happy, presentation, we got it. Flavor, better than theirs, so we got it. And I think we just have the right amount of pizzazz.
Yeah, I have to admit that theirs look really cute, but let's not forget the details. We put a lot more details and strict colors, and we thought about that.
We had snowman, but not just a snowman. It's the Tony show, which is snowman. So he has like ears on it, which is really nice.
Ears,
I think we were really creative and concentrated. So
very concentrated.
Yeah,
all of us were concentrated.
Okay, that's good.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll see who tastes the best.
So, I will now hand it over to the judges. I remind you, the categories upon which you are judging these cookies are first of all the taste on a scale from 1 to 10 and the festive presentation on a scale from 1 to 10. We'll begin with Juan. You may taste the cookie.
First thoughts. In terms of taste, if you gave me this as a Christmas cookie, I would eat it happily. I would like to compare it first before I can say anything. I don't know, I think it could be better, but that's what I'm gonna figure out once I try the next one. Looks, just from a first look, the shape is there from every one of them. They mentioned detailed, which is true. Like these ones have eyebrows, and this one has eyes. I have to say it looks kind of rushed, but the colors there, definitely Christmassy, and good flavor for now.
We will now move over to Anna Victoria. Would you please taste one of Team Tony's cookies?
I will take the one with jam because I think that's a very nice touch. It's very crunchy, but it's nice. It does look a little bit like a spider when you first look at it. The jam actually makes the cookie taste better. So I would have added actually the jam on every cookie, but I do think that that is a risk because you don't know if it will complement the cookie well or not. So it's good that they played it safe and put it just on 2 of them. I do like the detailing on the candy cane, like the rolling technique. I don't know how to call that. I think they look nice. I think this is supposed to say Christmas. Yeah, like my colleague here. It does look a little bit rushed. I do get it because they didn't have that much time, but I think overall it looks very nice.
And last but not least, we now move on to Judge Chella.
First, I want to touch upon, on top of what has been said already, I think these ones were raisins on the cookies who are, I'm not gonna try them, let's put it that way. I think they're burnt to death. But let me try one of these because there's also been some decoration going on with the little extra bits of dough on top, and I'm quite curious to see how those turn out. So there we go. So actually, what I was scared of looking at these little decorations that they will be very hard and difficult to get through because they're a bit darker than the rest of the cookies, but in fact they're quite alright, and it adds a little bit of crunch to what's already a pretty, texture-wise, pretty good cookie, I would say. Taste, yeah, like Juan said, a neat comparison to the other.
Okay, judges, we now move on to Team Tarjary. Juan, would you please take the first bite?
Let's go for the H. In terms of flavor, it is there. I like the cinnamon touch. It's not like this one at all. And in terms of presentation, they definitely did a great job. There's clearly a pattern going here. You have the holiday, or you had it at least. I have to say the heart is a little random. I don't see exactly, well, I mean, you could say Christmas is love and whatever, but it doesn't make sense to me. But aside from that, great presentation. Maybe not as many details as in the other one. You can tell some of them were rushed, especially this one. What is this? It has no eyes. So it's just like two balls of snow, I'm guessing, on top of each other, with a little smile. But the trees, I like the star, many ornaments. Overall presentation, a little better.
Thank you, Judge Juan. Judge Anna, it is your turn.
Can I add something before I taste the
Please do.
Because I would have to disagree with Juan on the aspect of the whole presentation. I think it's actually very nicely put together, and I think the heart perfectly encapsulates the holiday spirit. So I would have to say that for now, I think I'm leaning towards this one for the presentation. So I will actually try to get the heart to taste it. Also, it breaks up nicely. I can taste the salt. But weirdly enough, it kind of reminds me of salted caramel.
Okay, thank you, Judge Anna. Last but certainly not least, we now move on to Judge Chella. Would you please have a bite?
I will have a bite. I'll first say something about presentation as well, because I think I mostly agree with what Anna has said before me about how it's well put together, with emphasis on together. However, I do think that we have to take into account later, but we'll talk about it, that the decoration here only comes from the paint color stuff, I don't know what it's called, whereas the other team also tried with little dough things with jam. So I do think that this one looks nicer as a whole, but that one used to, yeah, little extra techniques. So appreciate that. I'm gonna go for the wine because I see something glycerin. I hope that it is not too salty, but we'll find out. I am convinced that that thing is less salty than the pizzas over there, or more salty than the pizzas over there. Okay, I'll try the Christmas tree. I do really like how they break. It's very soft. I like that it's cookie. Yeah, I mean, it's been said before. It's very different, but, and again, my final verdict will come later, but I have a good idea about how these compare to the other teams in terms of taste. We'll get back to you.
If the judges are ready, I would now ask them to present their scores for presentation for Team Tony.
I really liked the detail that they put into it. In terms of this one, the shaping of the candy cane, I thought it was pretty original. I wouldn't have thought of that myself. The eyebrows in one of the cookies I ate, and the extra pieces of dough at the top to use as eyes and also tree ornaments. It's still a 7.5, and not a higher number, because I do think it could have been a little better, because like I said, it looks somewhat rushed for some of them. But overall, I think it's good.
Alright, so the 7 for the presentation is because I really liked how they looked. I liked the detailing on them. However, like my colleague said, I think they were a little bit rushed at times. Also, the spidery ones, those, I just couldn't not see it, you know? And the writing of the Christmas is not that neat. I know it's not the easiest to write with the color thingies, but yeah, that's the reasoning for it. But still a very nice presentation.
I went with an 8. That's mostly due to their attempt to do more than just painting. They used the jam, they used the raisins, which got burned, I must say. They also used little pieces of dough to add texture, so that's why I'm coming to an 8 for this one.
I would now ask you to present your scores for presentation for Team Targery.
This one
What the
is going to require some explanation, right?
Yes.
I think from all of us, we agreed that the overall presentation of Team Targery is nicer than of Team Tony. That is until Anna broke this cookie in half and we unfortunately found a hair in the cookie. And the hair was not a human one, so there was a dog hair in the cookie. And I think all of us deducted points for that one. I think for myself, it would have otherwise been a higher grade even than an 8, because again, the presentation altogether was really, really nice, but those are things we cannot let go under the radar.
What he said was exactly the same, my thoughts. Overall, I thought it was much better of the whole presentation. However, that hair, I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Even with my own dog's hair, I always spit it out if I find it in my food. So I took away a whole point. So if it wasn't for that, it would have been above Tony's, but 0.5 difference.
In that case, I would ask the judges to now present us their scores for the taste of Team Tony.
I think we could all agree as judges that the flavor of these ones were good, but at the same time, they're a bit bland when we compare them to the other ones. But I think that's it for me. In this category, we also took into account the texture when we ate them. I personally thought this is the perfect cookie, in my opinion, in terms of when you bite in, there's a bit of a crunch, it's not too hard. I have to say, the one with the jam, I tried it after. If more cookies had the one with the jam, I think it would have brought the points up a little bit, but that's it.
That was for me the case, because if it weren't for the jam, probably the grade would have been a bit lower, but I did really like the jam, the touch of the jam. And I liked it that it was classic, you know, it wasn't too much to it. So yeah, I think it was a really good cookie.
I think the extra added by the jam was really nice, a nice touch. And texture-wise, again, I agree with what Juan said. Good stuff.
Now, finally, I ask you to please give us your taste scores for Team Targery.
Alright, I think I can start then. The grade would have been higher if the salt wasn't there by a point. I know it is not your fault, but I was told that I have to take that into consideration, so I'm sorry.
Also, I might add to that, not only that we were told to take that into consideration, yes, that there was quite a clear statement made at the beginning that the teams were allowed and even slightly encouraged to sabotage, which Team Tony very smartly made use of. So I also cannot look over the salt in the cookie, especially the first one that I tasted, which was extremely salty.
I think in terms of flavor, with the added cinnamon and spices, I thought that reminds me of Christmas. If I think of Christmas, that's probably something I would want to have, and that's why I gave it such a high score. However, the texture I didn't love, so this score is mainly based on the flavor. I thought they did a really great job in terms of getting that Christmas vibe with the flavor.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, so first I'm gonna give you your presentation scores. Up first, we have Team Targery. Your presentation scores for festivity, according to the judges, are 23 points in total. Now, Team Tony's presentation, according to the judges, in terms of festivity, is 22.5.
Oh, that's so close! Oh my god!
Now, onto the taste. We have Team Tony, I'll say first, with a taste score, according to the judges, of 24.
That's really good. It's 6 points away from a perfect score.
Team Targery, your taste score, according to the judges, is 25.
Girl, do it opposite. Congratulations. Nice. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. So, despite the fact that they got a lot of salt in their cookies, more salt than dough, and dog hair in their cookies, we lost. So that probably means we're really, really bad at baking cookies.
Yeah.
So we got a delicious Christmas drink as a consolation. Cheers!
Cheers.
Good luck.
Well done.
Refreshing.
Any thoughts about this experience as a whole?
10 out of 10 would do again.
The shot was amazing.
Yeah. The Christmas drink, you mean?
Targery for the win.
Yeah.
Right?
We're just very proud.
We're very proud of
We'd
Targery.
like to thank our team.
My mother, my father who raised me Jewish. I did never bake Christmas cookies, but you know, it's a shock. As I said, she's the skill, I'm the and it works out for the best.
Yeah.
Thanks to the media scene for organizing this event.
Thanks. Woo! It was very lovely.
So fun.
Yeah.
We're done.